First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, B. Cannon, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, Faith Overseer.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
What's going on, good people? You know we back. Guess who's back? And it is us, of course. But man, you know, we're gonna jump right into it because we late as usual. And as you see, it is 1 and 2 of us right now. So we ain't doing a 3-man week. We're gonna do a little give and go. But of course, we got something, you know, special for y'all coming because we still doing our divisional roundups. And we're gonna start it off with the AFC South.
Yep.
So we got some representatives and we have some people representing what their team is going to be as well. So we're going to get into this here shortly, but I'm going to let y'all know, make sure that you follow us at 3-Man Weave _ on Instagram and Twitter. Join the Facebook group at 3-Man Weave group on Facebook. Make sure you hit us up, subscribe, like, turn on those post notifications, and just watch every single thing we do on YouTube because we are no longer streaming in the Facebook group. We are only streaming live on YouTube. So make sure you search 3-Man Weave Podcast. Go hit that button that says subscribe, and hit that bell and say turn on notifications. That way you can see everything we do. We're going to have some good content coming up during football season because you know that's when we come alive is during football season.
That's a fact.
And so I guess I would be remiss to introduce myself. I am AJ. I have a red cup, only orange juice. Only orange juice. So the intro ain't smooth. It ain't really smooth when I only have orange juice.
Wow.
So, you know, this should be interesting. Who's here, sir?
And,
who are you?
Well, since I am present, it's your boy, B. Cannon. You already know. I got the orange cup representing VSU. But I am the Washington fan extraordinaire. Here to cut the cap, and that's a fact. Don't know where hell is today. So, but you know, one thing I thought about, we need the rest of the Twins verse, man. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Like every weekend, I'll be like, yo, I need to hear the rest of that. Like, they snapping.
Don't worry. I send the stems. I send the stems through.
And we need to edit. We need the whole thing. I'm sorry.
All right, bet. Yeah, we might have to go ahead and get that whole thing just right. let them hear that whole thing. Hey, if we let that whole thing rock, did that count towards their streams? Because I don't know.
It should.
They need to get these streams. We need to holler at YouTube to make sure
it definitely would. I think it would count.
Absolutely.
And so, we would be in the zone afterwards, bro. We would be ready to go.
That is also very true. All right, so we're about to bring in our guest, but first let's shout out to, you know, our guy, Mark. What's going on, Mark? We got Chris Carter, CC, not from the Vikings, you know what I mean?
The real CC.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The real CC. And so let's go ahead and jump this off. We're gonna bring our guys in. They were so gracious to join us. And if you are in the Facebook group, I'm pretty sure you already know who we brought on. So it's only right. So we're going to bring in one of our guys, one of the MVPs of the chat. And quite honestly, he's got a heavy load to carry today because there's a whole lot going on in the news cycle with his team. Shout out to our guy, Eric Hughes. What's going on? What's going on, Big E? What's going on,
fellas? What's going on?
Yeah, man.
Sad day. Sad day for me, man.
I can imagine, man. It's definitely a sad day coming for you, but we're gonna get into it. And you know, someone who has always been a trash talker in the group, and I'm sure you've become very familiar with him as well. Our guy, Ro. What's going on, Ro?
What's up?
What up, bro?
Yeah, so
bro, you made the pod, baby. We here.
Yeah, man. I'm here, man.
Man,
you look finally.
You about to bust out into a crip walk or something, bro? What's going on? You know what I mean? Little
today, huh?
About to put the NWA on.
And so, we had a Colts representative, but I guess he was afraid of the smoke. And I mean, the Houston Texans, of course, why do they even need a representative?
Yeah,
Getting away allegations.
It's just like, hey, because we ain't really got time to be talking about no massages and a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's just go ahead and get down really to some brass tacks.
Huh? Represent.
So Eric, we're gonna jump off with you, man, because it's a lot going on.
Definitely, man.
Down there in
Talk to us, man.
Down in Duval County.
I want to hear this.
We're gonna ease you in and just ask you to recap your offseason. Hey, Ro, don't make me mute you.
We're gonna have to mute this. We're gonna have to mute
So don't make me mute you, Ro. I'm trying. We haven't had to use the mute button once in this podcast. Don't let it be you, all right? So
this man jump on the podcast one time, get kicked out. Come on.
So Eric, please, man, give us a recap of your offseason. You guys had the number 1 pick, brought in a new quarterback, new coach.
Listen.
Tell us how you feel about some free agency picks, those draft picks. Let us know, man. What's going on?
Listen, man. We start off, on a low, 1-15, first round pick, first pick overall. Bring in a college coach that he proves to be a winner, but in college, college. But he's a fan favorite here. Florida, he's a fan favorite. A lot of people like him here. Then he wants to bring in this 40-year-old guy that I have no clue why. Maybe just because he's another. Oh no, who? No. Another fan favorite, which I thought he would be good for the organization, not as a playing standpoint, but as a veteran leadership in the locker room with these young guys, stuff like that. So I understood the mindset coming from that, and I thought he would go to more of a coaching standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
But after that first preseason game, and I was watching the training camp too. I'm like, there ain't no way he's making the team.
Just whiffing on blocks.
Yeah, that first preseason game, he said, all right, buddy, you got to be gone tomorrow. So,
I could get paid to whiff a block like that. Come on,
man. He was throwing shoulder blocks like he was still playing for the Broncos. Like, come on, man. You ain't throwing the ball no more.
Exactly.
But we picked up a couple good free agents. We picked up Shaquille Griffin. I think he's gonna be solid.
Like
he's gonna be solid for our backfield, and he's that veteran leadership that our young quarters need. What we should have picked up, and you alluded to it earlier in the chat. O-line, man. I don't know what we are doing. You want to win games. You want to make noise in the NFL, which you did in the offseason, but you didn't pick up no O-line.
Well, I'll let you finish, and then I'll come back to that. It's not as easy as you think.
I know you're the O-line extraordinaire, so.
No, I'm not it. But it's just not that easy to just pick up O-line. I
get it, but I get it. But you had another first-round pick.
Yep.
Right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
I mean, but also,
and if you want to, ETN, he would have been there in that second round.
I think so, but they didn't. They didn't think so. But that's what happens when you have a college guy in the NFL.
Well,
I think he was trying to give Trevor Lawrence some security too. It's all right. You're used to throwing to this guy. You're used to playing with this guy.
Amari Rogers was in that draft.
Absolutely.
I didn't want to cut you off, but I know you said
you're good.
They wanted to get a guy that they was familiar with, but we've always talked about whether running back should go in round 1 and the value of drafting a running back round 1 for a team that's 1-15, and you have so many glaring holes, and you have I won't say a proven back, but you had a back that had success the year before,
undrafted 1,000-yard back.
Exactly. So
where do you hear that from?
It's almost like complete mismanagement, and this is kind of what I thought.
Robinson.
Yeah, I thought this was kind of what Urban Meyer would be. I think Urban Meyer would come in and try and impose himself as the smartest guy in the room, and when you do that, you're gonna make yourself look stupid more times than not.
But even still, though, even with ETN going in the first, there were good linemen left in the second. So I understand what you're saying. Like, all right, they didn't think he was gonna be there. They grabbed him. for comfortability, like you said. Now, I don't understand still not addressing the line though.
I don't know if he's high on our line because we have solid linemen
And
if
he
they
might be
stay
high.
healthy.
That's what it is.
If they stay healthy and they can play. I mean, we got Cam Robinson, we got Jawan Taylor, we got guys that can play the line, but can they stay healthy? And that's our biggest problem. That's our biggest problem right now. I mean, we had 2 linemen, we had the center out and a guard out, and we got a backup center. Yeah, we got a backup center calling the protections. It's like, all right, this ain't gonna work.
But that was my issue because we talked like you talked about, if you have guys stay healthy. It wasn't like those guys on the offensive line were irreplaceable. Like they're that good that you can't draft someone to come in and compete with them. So like you said, you had ETN. Okay. If you wanted ETN, you still had the very first pick in the second round. And there was some guys there that were like top level considered first round talent when it comes to offensive line. If I'm not mistaken, you had like Landon Dickerson, Eichenberg out of Notre Dame. You had Walker Little, guys like that could come in and at least compete and elevate your room. So now it's not, if we have guys that if everybody stays healthy, then we'll have a decent offensive line. Because where was that? Here you go, right here. Jacksonville took a page from the Bengals book.
That's why I said ask AJ when I was talking about
because going into the season, I didn't like. I hated that we had Bobby Hart starting on our offensive line, but at some other places it was like, okay, if we stay healthy, it may be serviceable. But it's the NFL. When has if we stayed healthy actually happened?
No.
Pretty much never.
Well, and with the new COVID protocols, I mean, you can have somebody out at any time.
100%. It's almost like at the end of the season, the best team is usually the team that kind of mitigated the most injuries and was able to have some depth and not lose some key guys. 31 other teams always say, if we would have been healthy. But I guarantee you they lost some key contributors were
still. So next man up mentality. But to Andy from the Brew Party's point, you had James Robinson, who was a guy, his other one, who was a guy who wasn't drafted high, but performed like he was. And my thing is about the NFL is a prove-it league. It's all about what have you done for me lately? And what James Robinson did for me lately is prove that he's the guy. So bringing in ETN, I do like bringing in ETN, but like Eric said, I feel like I could have got him later. And even if you wanted another skill player, you still could have got a skill player. You possibly still could have got a lineman, and maybe even still ETN. I think you were the only team that maybe was going to draft him that high. But that's to my point. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen in Jacksonville when you bring in Urban Meyer. He's going to be heavy on rookies because he was a college coach. So it's like that's who he's more familiar with.
Well, and he's all about competition too. So you bring in this fresh young talent, and you're gonna improve the competition at camp and practice, stuff like that. So I get that. Go ahead.
Why you ain't bring in fresh young competition on the offensive line?
No, you're right. Hey, I ain't got an answer for it. I'll give him a pass. I'll give him a pass because it's his first draft as an NFL head coach.
Right, absolutely.
So I'll give him a pass for that. We'll see what happens next year, and after next year, it's like, all right, buddy.
We got Trevor though, so that was smart.
I think all in all, we had a good draft. Draft. So we'll see what happens from here.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead, head on up the road to Nashville. Road, man. The floor is yours. Let us know about your offseason. Let me know about your draft. Let me know about your free agency. Did you guys make any trades or anything?
One.
Go ahead. Talk about it, man. The floor is yours.
That guy from Atlanta, I'm not going to speak on his name. You know who he is. You know his work. Tars. Good boy. He's up there, man. You got the 3-headed monster now, man. You have to pick your poison with us, man. I'm telling you, man. And then you got Tannehill. He's about to have a breakout season. I'm telling you.
I mean, is it a breakout season or is he going to just take another step?
Because I feel like Tannehill's broken out. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I get what
he's
you're
going
saying.
to take it to the next level.
Yeah,
I feel like he's a guy. Like I would take. Who wouldn't take Tannehill? Like, come on now. If you don't have an elite quarterback, you would take Tannehill.
I compare him to Alex Smith.
I could see that.
I think he might be a little bit more dynamic than Alex Smith, though, as far as.
But he hasn't done. That's why I say I can see it. He still hasn't done it yet. So, but he got the talent for sure.
He's done it in the regular season. It's just the playoffs is when he hasn't taken over the team.
Absolutely.
The last 2 years, you can see that.
100%. I agree with you.
But this year, I have a feeling that's going to turn around.
Okay, I see that. I'm high. I like Tannehill. Mm-hmm.
Come on, he's going to be probably one of the greatest in the league soon.
Okay, so we asked you not to cap before the show.
Yeah, we did say that. You said greatest in the league. Like,
I definitely said that.
But you're literally the first person we ever had to say that on air. Like, come on, bro.
So, but
I'm keeping it real. I'll give it up.
So, Ro, as far as your draft, man, how do you feel about the draft that you guys, your draft haul that you brought in, and what's the player that you got your eye on?
Come on, Elijah. That's what we definitely lack in DBs. That's what we needed. Went out and got it. The only thing that concerned me was the back injury, but
right.
He's good to go. Like, I don't know if you've been watching like the preseason, this and that. He's been solid.
Who?
He's been getting a lot of praise from around the league and whatnot. But I think we definitely shored up that secondary.
Who's been getting praise?
We was really
Elijah?
the secondary. Like, we always had the front and all that. It's just that we could not stop the pass. Ever.
Yeah, true.
Ever. And I'm gonna give you this one, AJ, because that's crazy. We definitely spoke up. That's all I'm gonna say. Me and but that right there told me, this draft, we need to go get somebody back there.
Secondary.
Secondary definitely underperformed last year. But we good this year. We're gonna be good this year. We're gonna be solid.
And Eric, let's jump to you real quick.
Yep.
What's a player in the draft that you got your eyes on?
Coming out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about that from your draft class.
I mean, it's got to be Trevor Lawrence.
Of course,
it has to be.
You're right. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Number 1 overall pick. I mean, they calling him an exceptional talent, comparing him to Peyton and Andrew Luck. And y'all know, I've said it, and I've said it around here. I don't think that highly of him. I don't.
I don't understand how Andrew Luck gets mentioned with Peyton.
He shouldn't.
I can see it coming out of college because that was the number 1 guy.
Okay.
There was no question about it.
Coming out of college, of course.
No question about it.
I digress.
You too, man.
Yeah. But other than that,
I get a lot of hate for this, and I've said it time and time again. But if you just go look at season by season, Andrew Luck is more comparatively close as far as numbers to Andy Dalton than he is to Peyton Manning.
I bring it up wholeheartedly.
And so it's just like, if that's the case, and everyone talked about how Andy was basically the Mason Dixon line for average QBs, it's almost like, even if you're like, Andrew Luck, the only comparison that he has to Peyton was their number 1 overall picks to Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
So, to Indianapolis. Yeah. That's it. That's all it was. So, we here at the 3-Man Weave, we're going to cut the cap. So, like I said, I don't think, and we don't have a Colts representative here because I would love to hear their take on that. But we're going to jump into predictions. Eric, I'm going to make you do it, man. What's a record prediction that you have for the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I'm reaching here. I'm going to tell you I'm reaching. 5, 11, and 1.
Woo!
I don't think that's a reach.
I think it is. I think, honestly, in my heart, I don't see us winning more than 4. But I'll give us 5 because we could pull out one surprise game, maybe against those Titans at home. We played them well at home. So
you said yourself, the line is serviceable if healthy, right? You have a good running back.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy is we can go 5, 11, and 1, and end up second in the division.
And that's why
That's
I think
crazy.
that y'all can maybe win 7 games, and that's what I was gonna say. So it's
You
like,
seen our schedule? I mean,
but hear me out, right? If the line can be serviceable, if Trevor Lawrence can become who I think he is, because that's my prospect out of the AFC South that I'm watching. If he can become who I think he is, I like what you guys have at receiver.
oh yeah,
I like defense.
oh yeah.
All y'all need is for the line to remain serviceable and for Trevor to kind of figure it out. And I think
Trevor will
the
figure it
reason
out.
why y'all brought in Urban, despite all of that, with me saying that he's a college guy, I think he is going to be able to bridge that gap to make Sunshine comfortable. And I don't think that we've really seen what they're really working on in preseason, because why would I do that to my rookie, right?
Yeah.
If I have a rookie guy who can make all the throws, why would I come out and show the world what we're doing? I'm going to run some vanilla preseason, make everybody think we're struggling, and then we're going to come out game 1 and we're going to do what we do in practice.
Well, that's why a lot of our starters ain't starting either. I mean, you see, if you watch the game last night, and they played one series, and they're out. Yeah.
So that's my theory. I think that y'all a young team on the rise. I think that y'all can win 7 games. That's my opinion. We're going to do a mid-season review with all of these things, because we have everything on tape, and we'll be able to check it out. So I respect the 5. You said the 5 what and 1?
5-11 and 1.
5-11 and 1.
And I guarantee you're going to at least win 2 games, and that's going to be against the Texans. That's at least going to be the Texans 2 wins.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We can go that record and end up second in the division, which is crazy to me. But
it's not to me.
All right, so Ross,
I've been waiting.
Record predictions.
I've been waiting. All right, so let me just put this out there. And I want y'all to mark this down. All right. Keep the receipts.
It's down.
Tennessee will not lose in the AFC South this year. Mark that down. All right.
That's not a reach. Yeah, that's not hard to believe, but that's only going to get you. That's only 6 wins, bro. That's only 6 wins.
So going back. All right. I'm thinking we're going to lose 4 games. That's it. And come on, mamas, don't do that. I got. Come on. Stop being nosy. We got 4 games.
So they're going 13-4.
13-4. I'm looking at the schedule as we speak. And this is
13-4 it is.
A pretty light schedule.
I put it down. That's bold, man.
There's 4 tough ones on here. Other ones is light. I'm going with 13-4. That's what I'm going.
And to be quite honest, is your pass rush fixed? Let me ask you that. Is your pass rush fixed?
Yes. Yes.
How so?
Jeffrey Simmons is going to have a breakout year this year.
That doesn't mean it's fixed, because you believe that he's going to have a breakout year.
Wait. Well, I ain't see nobody jump in.
We jumped all over Eric.
Because I ain't capping. I'm not over here capping.
That's true. That's facts, Eric.
You've been capping since backstage. You've been capping since we was back there.
Listen.
All right, let me talk.
Go ahead.
All
We
right?
got you.
The pass rush is definitely fixed. You got Bud Dupree over there too.
Okay.
Harold Landry back there.
All right.
All right. Jayon Brown's back. Rashad Evans is back. Come on.
All right.
We solid up there. We solid.
But Simmons is breakout year.
I think you meant to say your pass catching is fixed, not your pass rush.
We needed to get shored up in the secondary. We did that, even though they still rookies and that, but it's going to be all right. The only concern I got back there is Jackrabbit. I still don't know what we was doing picking him up. Still don't, but it's all right. Whatever. He's a veteran. Teach these young guys what they're not supposed to do. Other than that, we're good to go. We're good to go. Don't you? Now you got to go. Now you're lying. You can't. Get out here.
She was hitting you in the side like that.
Like, hey, Daddy, I thought you said it's bad to lie. I thought you said it was bad to lie.
We're gonna definitely have a conversation off air because that was.
Of course. Hey, so
and don't forget your boy AJ David Long Jr. He's
hey, shout out to my guy David Long, man.
There's some people that agree with Bro in the chat though. Mark is saying 13 and 4 is about right.
Let me go over here real quick.
I had him at 12 and 5. I had him at 12 and 5, 11 and 6, 12 and 5.
So before we get you guys out of here, we got to get you the parting shot. And basically, what we want to know is that under the radar player that's going to have a breakout year for your team. So,
Rodgers said Simmons.
Yeah.
So, Ro, since you already said Simmons, give us another breakout player for you.
Another breakout player, Darren Evans, the running back.
Yes, out of Appalachian State.
That's a good. That's a good.
I like that.
He was injured last year, whatever. He didn't get his, shot. But this is gonna be his year this year. Because when they come out and then they get out there on AJ and Julio and all that, yeah. And then Dre Fitzpatrick back there too, rookie. He gonna do what he do. Then we got Josh Reynolds over there too in the slide.
All right. I said
man, call out the whole defense.
He's gonna be a stud. Because right now on special teams, he's doing his thing, and he's going to be out there receiving the ball. Who else? Anthony Fersker. Come on now.
We got to mute him.
I will use this mute button. I will use
Man, Logan Woodside, just in case Tannehill got to take a break, he can slang that.
See now he's doing Logan Woodside.
You capping.
Logan Woodside got cut from the Bengals after a DUI, so I'm not finna allow him to do that. So Ro is muted.
First mute.
First mute ever. Wow.
Eric, give us a breakout player.
I got 2. I got 3, but I'm not going to call. I can't call a vet.
Don't go full Ro, please.
No. I can't call a vet a breakout player really, because I was going to say Marvin Jones.
You can if he hasn't broken out.
Well, I think Marvin Jones is broken out. I think he'll be the go-to receiver for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he's showing that in preseason. My 2 breakouts though, on defense is Cle'Veon Chasen. I think he's going to have a stellar year.
I like Chasen.
I think that. And then
I like y'all defense.
Yeah,
of course.
Laviska Shenault. That's my breakout.
Yeah.
I feel like he kind of has arrived, but maybe not broken out yet. But
He's
was
there.
thinking about that.
People know him. Yeah, people know his name. But with DJ Chark and Marvin Jones, I mean, he's going to be in the slot.
With Trevor, if he can figure it out, come on.
Got some weapons.
Absolutely. That like Kenan was saying earlier, man, we got some athletes.
So like I said, so my 7 was not a stretch, right?
It's still a reach for this year. I say 3 years we'll be a playoff team, but this year I don't see it at all. We're gonna be a top 5, top 10.
Is Urban gonna be there in 3 years?
It depends on this year.
All right.
It depends on what he can make out of this year. First round pick. We'll see. Because the fan base here, they don't let coaches stay for long. They'll boot you right out of town quick. Ask Gus Bradley. You can't provide for us. You're out.
Absolutely. Well, Eric, we appreciate you for coming on, bro. I'm gonna get you off mute in just a second, but we want some peace and quiet while we have Eric tell everybody where they can find him at socials and all of that good stuff.
Hey, I'm not on Twitter or anything like that. You can find me here. You can definitely find me in the 3-Man Weave group. I'm on there every day. Trying to represent my boys. Facebook, Instagram, at Eric Hughes 2012. That's it.
All right, bet. All right. Thank you, Eric. And Ro, you are up.
What up, fellas? I'm back.
You back.
Yes, you're back.
That
You're back.
Crazy. That was crazy. What's up? Y'all want to talk to me now? What's up? Talk to me, man.
Yeah, man.
Bro, just let everybody know where they can find you. We appreciate you for coming on, man. You've been holding us down since day one, bro. You my guy. I still owe you from that homecoming from Virginia State. Yeah, man.
I found those pictures too.
Oh,
that is right over here, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Hey, man. Let everybody know they can find you, my guy.
You can find me in the 3-Man Weave, Ross Williams. That's me. That's it.
Absolutely, man.
That's what I do.
Hey, bro, man. I appreciate you. We definitely gonna talk offline. Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate you, Ross.
Matter of fact, I'm about to text you right now because I got the other guy for the next half.
Send that link. We about to do it
straight to him.
All right, I'm about to send it to you right now, because we about to do it right now. All right,
let's do it.
All right, so we're about to get our NFC North going right now. So we're going to take a little brief intermission, do our countdown, all that good shit. And then we're going to be back and get our guys in for the NFC North. So be back in 30 seconds, bitch.
First off, rest in peace, neighborhood nip. I ain't crip, but I'm on that neighborhood shoot. Building business, it's that black owned. If you hustle, better hustle till your pack gone. If you work, better work till your back hurt. And if you rap, make it better than your last verse. Yeah, more lyrics. Stick and move, Javante.
AJ, El Presidente, Eddie Kane University. Hill gon' heal, regardless. You, B. Cannon, Bethel High School, by way of 3-Man Weave, LLC.
Michelle, producer, face overseas.
You can catch this wave from the Marlins to the Mariners. Doing things you can't believe. It's the 3-Man Weave.
All right, so we back again. I ain't really finna do all that intro shit. Y'all know where to find us. 3-Man Weave _ podcast.3.man.weave at Gmail. Hit us in the 3-Man Weave group. And please get on YouTube if you ain't on YouTube. And if you're watching this right now, you are on YouTube. So get on there, subscribe, and just make sure that you follow us on all the cool shit that we do. So we're going to jump right into this thing.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
What he said. So we're about to jump into the NFC North. The black and blue division, as they call it. But so we're gonna go ahead and get some of our guys in here, man. So we're gonna start off with our guy, D. Allen. What's going on, bro?
What's up?
What's going on?
What's going on? So I hear you are, coming in and joining us to represent the Green Bay Packers. Am I correct?
All day.
Back in the building, huh?
Oh, so we gonna have some fun because
we're gonna have some fun with the Pack.
You've had an interesting offseason, and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. So just hold tight, because now we're gonna bring in somebody that's gonna be a little bit of competition for you. Our guy Trey.
What's going on?
What's going on, bro?
What's good, fellas?
What's going on with you?
Let everybody know who you representing today.
Minnesota Vikings, man. The NFC North champs.
Skull. Ain't that how you do it, Skull? Am I doing it right?
All day.
All right, bet. And we also got a very special guest with us. Our guy, he's representing the Chicago Bears, and just an all around, fun and knowledgeable guy. Our guy Andy from the Brew Party. What's going on, Andy?
Boys, listen.
What's up, Andy? Long time, man.
Long time, no talk. I love to be here. We're doing shit you can't believe. We had to bring out the plastic cup. So bear down. Let's go. No idea what the fuck is going to happen this year, but dude, I'm so excited to be here chatting it up with you guys. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And of course, bro, he's probably, somewhere still running his mouth. He's going to get us our Lions fan in here soon. But, hey, we're going to go ahead and jump right in because, there's no crying in fantasy coming right up after this. And the 3-Man Weave fantasy draft will be held live on YouTube. And it's actually going to be in the Facebook group for all of you to join along and talk shit about everybody's picks and figure out who the hell can't draft and don't know shit about football. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to start with you, Andy. Mm-hmm. Let us know about the Chicago Bears offseason. Let us know about the draft, so some of those free agency pickups, those losses. Let us know how you're feeling about the Chicago Bears offseason and how they're looking going into camp.
All right. Are you 30 years old, past your prime, and white? The Chicago Bears will give you $30 million. I'm just kidding. No, I don't love the Andy Dalton signing. Obviously, you get him for 1 year, $10 million. I mean, it's a veteran presence. I guess it was time to cut ties with Mitch, but honestly, I would have liked him on a 1 year deal there, kind of a prove it deal over Andy Dalton, because I don't necessarily believe that Andy Dalton is a better quarterback than Mitch Trubisky right now, but that's a conversation for another day. If we move on to the draft, absolutely love what you did there. Like, you cannot hate on the Justin Fields signing. You already have Bears Nation is clamoring for the kid to be thrown into the starting position. It doesn't look like it's going to happen as Dalton's been named the week 1 starter. But I also like what you did. They trade up. They get a guy, Tevin Jenkins, in the second round, who's supposed to be a first-round pick. You also have fifth-round pick Larry Borum out of Missouri at the left tackle position. Is now challenging Jason Peters for the starting left tackle spot. He got reps with the first and second team at camp today. And you pick up Khalil Herbert, who's going to be a solid running back. I don't know how much time he's really going to see. Daz Newsom's going to do some stuff on special teams. So as far as the draft, I give them an A because you have your next franchise quarterback in Justin Fields, and you get two guys. You get two guys to protect him in Jenkins and Borum as well. So I like the Jason Peters signing. They just brought him in like a week or two ago. He is 39, so he's at the very end of his career. But he's a Super Bowl champ. He's played on very good football teams. Going to be a veteran presence on this line because the line is not fixed, guys. I mean, we have. There's holes there. Tevin Jenkins isn't going to be even starting the year. He's hurt right now. I like they were able to get Allen Robinson back. I know they weren't able to agree to a long-term deal. You bring in a guy like Marquise Goodwin. We have Damiere Byrd over from the Patriots. So they kind of rebuilt this receiving core. They still have way too many tight ends on the roster. They're going to have to figure that out. Jesse James has had a really, really good camp so far and been one of Justin Fields' favorite targets. So, I mean, for the Bears right now, like normally, we're all fans of football, our respective teams. Like we have expectations. I cannot tell you what to expect. I think they are better off with Justin Fields starting, but that's just me being ignorant and wanting to see this young guy out there. And at this point, I don't know why you don't. We know what Andy Dalton is, I guess, a serviceable veteran, if you want to call him that. I mean, AJ, you watched him for a long time. You could tell us probably better than anybody about Andy Dalton, but I just don't know what he brings right now, if it's better than what you're going to get with Justin Fields, a guy that's able to move out of the pocket, make plays with his feet, throw across his body. And especially if we don't know with this pieced together offensive line, how good this protection is going to be. I don't know. So week one, they start with the LA Rams. There's the argument. It's like, oh, you don't want Fields out there against Aaron Donald. And my argument's why not? You want to see how fast the game is. You want to play against the best. You're going to have to do it eventually. Exactly. So I think we have the potential of seeing Andy Dalton go about 4 or 5 weeks. And if there is, I'm telling you, the first big mistake from Dalton, they're going to be calling for Fields to start.
Oh, 100%. And so that's a great recap. I'm still worried about that Tevin Jenkins pick just because now it's looking really bad because he dropped out of the first round because of those back issues. And it's, you brought in Jason Peters, but you also let go of a guy like Charles Leno. So how do you feel about the actual offensive line? Because you said Larry Borum is, really challenging for that left tackle spot. So I don't know if that's a good thing, an actual good sign, or is that, should that actually be concerning that he's challenging for that left tackle spot?
Like I said, so Jason Peters is 39. So like how many reps are they not letting him go full 100% in this training camp, kind of making sure he's ready for week one? But I mean, you have other guys that they can move around. They have Sam Mustipher that can play the tackle or the center. They also have like Alex Bars who's moved around the offensive line. They do. I don't know. There's just such a question mark there. I don't know if it's a good thing though. Like you're excited that there's a young guy, but also when you have a Super Bowl champ that you'd like to think like they went out and got, you like to think is supposed to be the real anchor of this line. They do also still have Cody Whitehair, who's projected to play a lot as well. That's another veteran presence, but there's still a lot of pieces that they need to move around and pick. But, I'm excited that there's excitement around this young guy in Borum, especially somebody you get in the 5th round. But it could also mean that Peters is on his last leg, maybe lost a step. Absolutely.
So, D'Allen, Trey, I need you guys to be nice, okay? Be nice. I'm about to bring in a Lions fan, okay, guys? Can you just be nice?
Who?
See, come on, hey, how you doing, good sir?
I didn't know they had fans. My
bad. Of course,
mute, bro.
You're on mute, sir. Unmute.
Hell no, bro.
He didn't even want to talk about it.
He just here.
Talk y'all shit. Go ahead.
All right. He's here. We got us a Lions fan.
There we go.
What's going on, bro? Appreciate you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Look, we scoured high and low. We sent out all type of APB, smoke signals, whatever we could to find a Lions fan. Can you please introduce yourself, sir?
What's up, y'all, man? I'm Bart, man. You already know, repping the Detroit Lions since 1998. Holla at your boy.
Okay, I like it. I love the enthusiasm because you know what? People talk about me like that too because I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan. So of course, you gotta hold your guys down, man. Hold your guys down. So we just go ahead, jump right in here, man. Y'all got a new quarterback. Y'all made some moves in the draft. Let everybody know about your offseason, how you feeling coming into the season, and what's going on with Jared Goff.
I'm feeling pretty optimistic. You know what I mean? Like, nobody expect nothing from us. I don't expect nothing from us. I just want to see some growth. You know what I mean? We made real power moves. We probably got the only for sure Hall of Famer out the draft, out that first round. All right? My boy Penne, he was probably for sure a Hall of Famer. He's a dog. And he just made us probably top 3 lines in the fucking NFL. So
top 3.
Okay.
You don't think Micah Parsons is like equivalent to a Penei Sewell?
Nah.
I would say he's more accomplished, honestly. You're probably right because Micah's more accomplished, but
yeah, okay, all right.
We'll see when it's all said and done.
We definitely will.
How do you think about the Dan Campbell hire as your head coach?
It was a head scratcher for a little bit, but I love his energy.
Okay. I see you taking on his personality.
Yeah. I mean, he brings. Everybody else there been like, man, just passive, like to
kicking
be
kneecaps.
Lions coach, like scared to go for it on fourth, scared to take risks. I don't think we're gonna have that issue with Dan.
Absolutely, that makes sense. So you guys got some things that we see. Jared Goff is still your quarterback though. So tell us what he's been doing and what he's been looking like in camp.
Actually, been looking pretty good, man. He got good spirit about him, but you know what I mean? Like, hey, he's there to prove himself this year. One thing I know is he's the only quarterback we've had in the last 20 years that played in the Super Bowl. So
I like Goff, man. He's got jokes about him, but it's like Goff is a good quarterback.
And especially with what we plan on doing this year, we're not going to be asking him to do a lot. This shit is all going to be on Swift and Hawkinson.
Okay. Absolutely. But that's a very spirited outlook, man. And I can't even lie, man. It might be some hope. I don't know, what that is going to entail, but y'all gonna beat some people, somebody.
Y'all play the Cowboys this year?
Surprise a few. I feel like it's gonna be a lot of heartbreak losses though.
Y'all play the Cowboys this year?
It's gonna be a lot of shit, a lot of games that probably comes down to the fourth quarter and we end up losing.
Absolutely.
That's what the shit is, man. But if I see that, I know that we close. We almost there.
So
do y'all play the Cowboys this year?
No, I don't think so. They play an AFC North schedule though.
AFC North, and
so that means they'll be seeing the Steelers, Ravens, Browns, maybe the Bengals. You might have a chance there.
Yeah,
I'll be watching Penei Sewell.
We got the Bengals week 6.
Yeah, so
I'll be watching Penei Sewell.
So make sure you have me on that week too, man.
We'll
Bengals Lions.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk. But Trey,
that's a good football talk right there.
Oh yeah,
Bengals,
absolutely. Trey, man, we had you waiting long enough. Let us know about them Vikings, man. What happened in the offseason with y'all? What should we be looking for this season?
For me, I think we made tremendous improvements. Zimmer's a vet coach in the league, been around a long time, and I think that the teams that we had the last couple of years, we were too young, not enough vets. We had some injuries and obviously COVID last year. I think that defensive line is probably what I'm most excited about. Getting Danielle Hunter back off the injury. Then you bring in Michael Pierce, but he sat out last year for COVID. Now you bring in Dalvin Tomlinson with that. We just got Everson Griffin back. Yeah. You signed Sheldon Richardson. It's like Stephen Weatherly comes back, who was kind of, homegrown and raised up with Zimmer, went down to Carolina, came back. So now he's getting back to that defensive line like we used to have when we made that run. with Case Keenum as a quarterback to the NFC Championship or whatnot. But I'm excited about that. Obviously, Eric Kendricks is one of the best linebackers in the game, best middle linebackers in the game. And Anthony Barr, even though he's fighting from injuries. So I'm excited about what he did with the defense. The secondary, we tried to build through the draft, but it's just hasn't been working. So you bring over a vet like Patrick Peterson. I think we've lost the last two cornerbacks that we drafted in the first round. I think Gladney just got cut by us for domestic violence or something like that. Yeah. So trying to piece that together, not sure, I'm going to go look for a veteran if he don't like what he really seeing in the preseason. And obviously still have Harrison Smith. And on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, we drafted, tackles. Our thing has always been offensive line. So we drafted some offensive linemen in the draft this year who are going to get some early burn, who I think are looking pretty decent. We ain't playing no starters for real in the preseason. So we'll see this week coming up kind of what we look like for real. But, obviously I think we have one of the best receiving corps with Adam Thielen and JJ and adding Dede Westbrook. I was hyped about that because, for the longest time, no disrespect to BC, but I'm tired of looking at old BC Johnson as a third. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I honestly felt like we could have held on to Steph Diggs and still got JJ because we lost the cornerback that we got for that pick anyway. So we could have had a nice three-headed monster right there. Dalvin's obviously one of the best. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, obviously everybody has some jokes about Kirk Cousins and all of that. But that kind of, I mean, if you look at it from a Washington fan, I live right here in D.C., you know what I'm saying, like 5 minutes from FedEx or whatever. I'm close in that area. But, Redskin fans say what they want. But, I mean, the man is serviceable. He's the best option we had that free agency period. And really,
I mean, Washington fans know he's serviceable, but it's like serviceable. Is that going to get you where you want to be?
Nah, he's not a quarterback that we're going to line up every day or every game and say, Kirk, go win it for us. We got to put the ball in Dalvin's hands. We got to place our defense. Now we finally have that defense back. Really, Zimmer football. And
right.
But Kirk is good enough, and I think he's a little bit better than a game manager.
He is a little bit better than a game manager.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, I'm looking forward to this season. I think we filled a lot of the holes that we had within the offense and the defense. And so, I definitely think we made the right moves. And hopefully Zimmer has that vet team that'll respond to him a little bit better than some of the teams we've had in the past.
Absolutely. And last, but definitely and most certainly not least, D'Allen, man, let us know, about the Packers offseason. Y'all had quite the offseason. Let us know about the draft. There's been some headlines. Let us know how everything is looking over there in Packerland.
We got a lot of stuff off our chest. We got a lot of stuff off our chest. I say I'm talking about A-Rod. We definitely let the Packers organization know, where we stand. I just wish he would have come out a lot earlier with some of his comments. But before I get into that, as far as the draft, okay draft. It was nothing, nothing out of the ordinary. I like Eric Stokes drafted him to help the secondary out, definitely. One guy I think who's going to be a sleeper, who I hope a veteran can definitely take under his wing and groom him up, is Amari Rogers from Clemson. I love that kid. I like that kid. That kid, I think he could do something special. And as far as, Packers, we do the same old. We're going to draft on the line. Guy from Wisconsin. Tackle guard from Wisconsin. What's his name? Josh Myers. I like the pickup in the 6th round with Isaiah McDuffie, the linebacker.
Yeah.
I don't want to say like a poor man's AJ Hawk, but he has a motor. When you making 120 tackles at a collegiate level, like you got a motor.
Yeah, that's fast.
You know what I mean? So I think that's going to definitely help us this year. To take that next leap. I'm not putting us in the same category as everybody else in this group. We looking for championships. I don't know what they talking about. It's championship or bust for us. You know what I mean?
That Jeopardy job's still open. So
especially kicking field goals with 3 minutes left, right?
I absolutely.
Yeah, I'm about to say y'all looking for Super Bowls.
That
right?
was definitely a Detroit move right there. That was definitely a Detroit move. You could see my timeline. I was confused. I was definitely confused. But I think, we're gonna take it 1 year at a time. I'm not worried about the future. I'm just worried about right now. So
well let me ask you this, because you talked about, you said you wanted to get into Rodgers' comments and you wish he said some of those things a little bit earlier. Does he even want to be there though? Like, that's my thing. Like I've as a Washington fan, I've dealt with that a lot. Like having people who really don't want to be here. And I feel like if Rodgers doesn't really want to be there, then it doesn't matter if it's championship or bust, because I don't think that you could not really want to be somewhere and be a championship quarterback at the same time.
I can definitely agree with it. I can see that. Does he want to be there? I think that narrative has changed for him over time. I think he was, all in a couple years ago. Seeing how the organization, last year was like his pie in the face moment where he really, it was like, oh, so I'm not who y'all think I am. You know what I mean? As far as the cachet that he's proven to have with, multiple MVPs and, winning the Super Bowl. And it's like, okay, so you basically gonna treat me like, the last guy on the roster. So I think that definitely was a pie in the face moment for him. And Aaron Rodgers is I don't want to use the word vindictive, but he has that type of mentality. He holds a grudge. You think about from when, teams passed over him when he was getting drafted. He still held those grudges towards certain coaches, towards certain organizations. So he's not going to forget that. And I don't think he's just going to get over it as easy as people would like him to. So I don't know. It's up in the air, man. I mean,
now one more thing, and then I'm gonna give it back to AJ. Should it really have been a pie in the face moment when this is who the Packers have showed us who they were? Like, they've had Hall of Famers that they've said, get out of here, bro. Like, you don't control this no more. So it's like, what was Rodgers thinking gonna happen is what I want to know.
I think he thought I'm Aaron Rodgers. I'm not those other guys. You know what I mean?
Brett Favre?
But listen. When you look at when you think about Aaron Rodgers, like the swag, some people say the cockiness that he plays with. I don't think he think Brett Favre is in his stratosphere. Like, I think Aaron Rodgers really thinks he's like above and beyond Brett Favre.
Well, there may be lies.
So go ahead.
I also think it ain't the same situation, to be quite honest. Brett Favre, he was talking about retirement.
Exactly. That's my point. Like, you had a guy who was literally, Brett Favre was on his last leg.
And he was leaving the Packers out to dry. He's almost doing what Ben Roethlisberger
he was leaving us up in the air. We didn't know what he was going to do. Like, it's like, look, what you going to do? Because we got this young guy balling right now.
And Aaron was telling him, "Hey, Aaron's still saying I'm here. I'm good.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Like, y'all worried about him? Like, I'm ready." And everything in those camps leading up to us parting ways with Brett Favre, it was like, yo, this the future right here. Absolutely. That's the complete opposite of now. Moving up to draft Jordan Love in the first. Like, no, who was gonna pick him in the first round? Who was gonna pick him?
Y'all.
It's like, come on, man. I'm gonna just say this. The Packers organization has definitely wasted prime Aaron Rodgers years. One, from not being a team that goes out in the free agency and getting those big splash guys. The couple of times that we do go out and get those big splash names. Charles Woodson, what happened at the end of that year? Super Bowl. Like, they don't do it. We always draft and want to home grow our guys, and I understand it, but they got to pan out. And sometimes if it don't pan out, you got to go out in the free agency and get those big splash plays. Big splash players. Aaron Rodgers said he want to be in those meetings because he has guys calling him saying, "Hey, y'all at the cusp. I'm trying to come win." But the organization is like, we really don't care or care to bother what you can offer us. They want to just do it by themselves, and it's like, yo, you got to have that open line of communication, even if you don't do or act on what Aaron Rodgers
at least try to appease me.
At least listen.
Yeah,
you gotta massage the ego. Sometimes
definitely.
It's just like your lady. You don't do everything your lady say, but you gotta act like it at least sometimes.
And look at Bart. Bart was sold on that.
Yeah, you got a point. But Bart, I'm gonna ask you this, man. What's your record prediction for the Lions? And before we go, we don't do no capping here on the 3-man. We want all facts. We want all honesty.
I'd say about probably 6-10.
Remember, we got one extra
game.
Fuck that then. 7-10.
Yeah, there we go. I like that. That.
Let them know,
bro. And I honestly don't think that's a stretch, bro.
I don't either. So,
I mean, if you have improved offensive line play, and DeAndre Swift stays healthy, stays engaged.
And Jamal Williams. Don't forget about that boy.
And Goff. Don't try to play Goff like, bro. Stafford was done in Detroit. Like, he overstayed his welcome, bro. Like, and I know that the Rams are happy to have Stafford, but it was time for him to go, bro. Sometimes it's just time for you to go.
Gonna work out. Yeah.
And quite honestly, I don't think that's too off base. I mean, it wasn't like you were a 2-win team last year. If there's any improvement, 7 games ain't out of the realm.
Yeah.
It's not. So we got a 7-win prediction. Trey, what you thinking about the Vikings, man?
For us, I think we lead the league in like not getting vaccinated. Like, I don't know who's gonna be available. Yeah, like Zim is pissed, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? And Adam Thielen's not for sure, and Kurt's not for sure. You can lose them for weeks, you know what I'm saying, by not being vaccinated. So if we have one incident with them. So I'm not sure. Looking at our schedule too, I think we have one of the toughest schedules. So our record's not indicative of the team we are, but I'm 11-6, 10-7.
I like it.
Somewhere around in there, and that's given all the BS we could come up against. I love what we have, so I think we're going to compete. I definitely think we'll be a playoff team.
Absolutely, I don't think that's too off base. But like you said, it could go either way just because of COVID. Things that the unforeseen, and you never really know. Andy, Chicago.
So yeah, I don't think any of us in this division should act like any of us are going to catch the Packers. I mean, to be honest, I mean, for Chicago, I mean, there's still questions defensively. Like, we paid Robert Quinn all that money. I mean, I was hoping Hill would be here so I could ask him what the hell the Cowboys did to him before he came over to the Bears, because that is just not working out.
Hill's so glad he's gone, bro.
Yeah. I mean, and then you don't love losing Fuller on the outside. I mean, we don't really have Jalen Johnson is going to step into that role of like our number one cornerback, that stud corner. I mean, you have Bojack at safety there is looking to be a ball hawk again. He wants more interceptions. I think he had a couple of those pick sixes called back last year, and he has not forgotten about that. I mean, you have Khalil Mack and, of course, Akeem Hicks. If he can stay healthy, I think a huge addition is Eddie Goldman, getting him back and having another presence on the inside. So I think if everything goes perfectly, they win like 9 or 10 games. And then that's like everything goes perfectly. You know what I mean? But I will not be surprised if this team puts up, a 7 or 8 win season. So I don't think – I don't know. I mean, you try to get excited as you can. Like, this is one of those seasons where you go in and I don't have very many expectations, but I think maybe that's a good thing. They'll kind of. I hope they surprise me. So I'm going to say 9-8. That is my official prediction.
9-8. Actually, I can see that, especially depending on how many games Andy Dalton gets. So
give Phil some clout.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's to me personally. There's a lot of things that I'll put my faith in. Andy Dalton's not one of them when it comes to my job, and that's what Matt Nagy is really doing. He's tying this could be Matt Nagy's last season.
Right.
I don't know if he's tying it to him. I mean, he just named him the starter. He didn't say I'm committed to him for the whole season.
Right, but is he doing
why
that thing?
are you making him the starter?
Because Fields is not ready, bro. He's there every day. Like we don't see it.
I disagree that he's not ready, dude. I know
where do you get that from?
Wait. Let me jump in.
Not ready, but did we see Andy Dalton last year?
I'm saying he in his eye. Man, I'm not saying in my eye. Hold on, Bart.
Drastic difference in quarterback play.
But listen, Bart, I'm saying in Matt Nagy's eyes. So it's like he's there every day. In my eyes, I would go with Fields. Like I love playing a young quarterback. I just want to see what I got. It's like Christmas to me. I don't want to wait years to see what I got. But if Matt Nagy is there every day and he can't do simple things like hit the out route or throw the post corner, then it's going to be Andy Dalton until he can get that timing down, man. Because NFL is more of a timing game at quarterback than it is in college where you can go off schedule. You see what I'm saying? The line, if it's a 3-step drop, the line is not going to be able to protect you if you get out of the pocket and roll out. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you got to understand the NFL game and how things work. And I don't know if he's there yet. But I would like to see him. So I do feel both of y'all, you and Andy.
What Nagy can say is that's what him and Pace are going to do this whole year until they play Fields is like, they're going to keep him on this shelf is this shiny new object. Like, we have Fields waiting in the wings. Like, just give us another year. Just give us some more time. That is what they're going to do. I give, like I said, I think I give Andy Dalton 4 or 5 weeks before something happens and they just get restless.
So, 100%. And I
give them 2.
One just like we saw with our guy friend of the show Hugh Jackson, you never know what could happen. You put your rookie who has some promise on the shelf, and then he comes in and then he starts performing, looking good. Mm-hmm. Then around that locker room, people might start questioning you about your acumen and why haven't you been playing this guy the entire time with the upside? So you got to be careful. You got to be careful with that.
Hugh Jackson did tell that to us. He definitely said that. Yeah.
They're so in their head about what happened with Trubisky. They do not want to fuck it up again. They are so in their head about that. And it's just, I mean, Nagy said it. He goes, I'm going to do what's best for Justin Fields, not what's best for me. I don't care about my job. He goes, in turn, what's best for Fields is going to be what's best for the Bears, which is true.
That's a crock of shit because who doesn't care about their job?
It's fucking lip service.
Why would I work here?
When you're tired of fucking everybody asking you every day, that is
I'm
what
just
you
supporting my family with this job, but I don't care about it.
He shouldn't have named the starter.
No, he
shouldn't have named the starter.
I agree.
I think when they brought Andy Dalton in, though, they told him from the beginning, you're going to be the starter. Because anytime you see Andy
you heard what he said, it's my time.
It's my time.
Hey, it's my time. It's like, yo, dog, like, who, what?
It shouldn't have been the starter.
Your time was like 6 years ago when you were back in Cincy. Like, that time been so.
Unless you're a proven guy, I don't want my quarterback knowing who going to start.
And here's also my thing. Yeah, if I sign Andy Dalton and I say, hey, Andy, we're bringing you in, you're our starter. That means the moment I bring you in, we didn't have Justin Fields yet.
Yeah, exactly.
When we brought in,
didn't know if we was going to get him neither.
Exactly. So we didn't know if we was going to get our quarterback. So when we brought you in, you're our starter at this point in time, but you're still Andy Dalton. Like, you are replaceable.
Yeah.
So
I was mad at Justin Fields this past week after Andy said that earlier in the week. And then the fans start saying, Justin, put him in, and then Justin takes the high road. Like, man, don't take the high road.
No,
as a leader of men, you kind of got to.
He got to.
That shows
because if he would have went back, he would be petty. And Petty will make him feel better and maybe you feel better about the situation, but it wouldn't make the team feel better and make people want to follow him because
I'm
like,
a Packers fan, so if they tear down from within, I'm cool with that.
Look, you're an agent, bro. He trying to plant dissension within the ranks.
Get your hands out my pocket.
Definitely.
All right, so D'Allen, man, as everyone has known, you're leading the pack. No pun intended. I got bars today. I was watching some URL, but what is your prediction for the Packers, man? What's your record prediction?
13-4, 12-5, maybe.
Yeah.
13-4, 12-5. I think, it's us, man.
Yeah.
We either gonna win. Yeah, it's us, bro. It's us, man. Like, it's us, man. It ain't nothing more.
I'm about to say you really ain't got much to say. So I understand that. It looked like we might have lost Bark, but we he's back. He's back. Let me get him back in here real quick. But while we get him back in, we're gonna start with you, Trey. Give us an under the radar player for the Vikings you believe is gonna have a breakout year.
Under the radar guy. I think that Xavier Woods signing for us in the secondary is going to be pretty big. He played pretty well in Dallas, and we needed another safety for sure. Somebody hopefully who can at least stop us from getting the top taken off, but also somebody who can play the middle of the field in that zone. So I'm looking for him to make some of those plays that we kind of lost from and I can't think of his name. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank, but from my man that we lost last year. So that's who I'm really looking for. And Patrick Peterson too. Like, I know he's 31. Like, that's my other guy that I think is going to bring that veteran leadership.
He can do his job.
Yeah, like he can do his job. And, we haven't had that on the outside for the last couple of years. So we get improved secondary, let that defensive line do their thing. I think we're good.
Mike Zimmerman defense always tough.
Oh, absolutely. I've been wanting him
if he
back
has
in
the
Cincinnati.
personnel, we're always tough. He got to have
the only
personnel.
question is the secondary, but you just mentioned two guys.
Yeah.
They add experience there. Losing Gladney hurts, but that was the problem last year. Is they couldn't stop anybody in the secondary. But you got to love the guys they added on the defensive line. So
Absolutely. So we go ahead and jump to you, Andy. Man, give us an under the radar player that you believe is going to have a breakout year for those Chicago Bears.
I don't know if he's really under the radar, but I love Darnell Mooney. I think he has an opportunity to prove that he is a true number 2 receiver in this offense behind Allen Robinson. He's quick. He's shifty. You can move him around. You can put him in the slot. You can put him outside. I love Darnell Mooney. On the defensive side of the ball, Jalen Johnson had a great year last year. He's got to prove that he's a true number 1 cornerback. So yeah, those are my two guys for the Bears.
I like them both. I thought you was gonna go with that lineman that y'all took.
See,
the second one, not the first
Borum,
one.
That's if he gets time. So I think as of right now, like the best case scenario for Larry Borum is he keeps working, keeps getting his reps with the first and second team. They're going to let Peter start the year, and then he kind of works his way into that left tackle spot. And knowing the Bears' offensive line, somebody's going to fucking get hurt, so they'll probably have to plug and play him on the right side.
It might be Peters with his old.
And it might be. And I still got questions about this linebacking core as well. Obviously you have Roquan Smith, Danny Trevathan's gether up in years, but other than that, Alec Ogletree.
I like Roquan.
I love Roquan Smith. I think he's awesome. I have questions about Trevathan keeping up. You still
like Danny too, man.
You have Josh Woods trying to make the roster, Alec Ogletree trying to make the roster. So
that's a good backer core. That's what wouldn't you want? What do you want? Pro Bowler you hear this guy?
I don't want Pro Bowl everything. I'm just saying they're getting up there in age, and maybe they're just losing a step. But
come to Washington and deal with what I've dealt at linebacker for the last 10 years, and then you say the names that you say.
You win. But yeah, so I think you look for Jalen Johnson to really step up, and I'd love Darnell Mooney. Obviously, in the backfield, David Montgomery. And I think a sneaky signing for the Bears was Damian Williams from
Absolutely.
KC. He sat out last year.
Yeah.
I mean, you combine him, Tariq Cohen, when he gets healthy, along with Montgomery, I think the Bears have a good chance of having a underrated three-headed monster back there.
Absolutely.
Make Montgomery the bell cow, please.
Absolutely. Bark, you good?
This shit keep cutting out, man.
All right. So look, just here, we're gonna get you in and out there. How about, just let us know an underrated player that's gonna have a breakout season for the Detroit Lions.
I would probably go with our rookie, man, receiver, St. Brown.
I like him.
That boy got a lot of upside with him, and take the top off him.
Absolutely. I think he's gonna be quick and shifty, get over the middle and stuff like that. I think that that's gonna be a safety blanket for Jared Goff. So if he has success, I think it's gonna be a good thing for him. D. Allen, man, let us know an under the radar player that's gonna have a breakout year for you all.
Hopefully, I would say Amari Rogers. And I wouldn't call him under the radar because we took him in the first round. So,
but I mean, still
Stokes, man.
Still got to do it.
He's a young guy. He's a young guy. He got to prove himself. He's a young guy.
Absolutely. So I like that.
Stokes definitely in the secondary. He got to help this secondary out, man.
Absolutely. So, fellas, we appreciate y'all for joining us.
Who is this Ace Boogie character, yo?
Hey,
I've been letting him down for a minute, man. I want.
Hey, look. So what we need to happen? Ace Boogie, Bark. I need y'all to get to that 3-man weave Facebook group.
Yeah.
Hash this out, man. Go ahead. Hash this out because it's a whole bunch of comments and fun in here that we got to discuss. But we about to jump into our There's No Crying in Fantasy live show, and we're gonna do our live 3-man weave fantasy draft. So make sure if you guys want to tune into that. But before we let you go, we're gonna let everybody let them know where they can find you. If you have anything you want to plug, you can do that as well. So we're gonna start with you, Bart. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Hey man, you find me on Instagram, man. Barkeys Haley Real Estate. Got my own real estate group going on out here in CT. And that's it, man.
All right.
Where's the real estate group at?
Connecticut.
Okay.
All right. Absolutely.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of
southeastern Connecticut.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, we have a lot of supporters up in the Northeast, so that's definitely good, man. We hope to see you in the group, and we appreciate you for joining, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
Trey, let everybody know where they can find you, man.
I'm here on Facebook. I believe I'm in the group already, 3-man weave group. Trey Mines, and I'm on IG is T.Mines5.
Absolutely, man. We appreciate you for joining, and we can't wait to do this mid-season recap with you.
Yep.
Likewise.
All right.
Follow up.
D. Allen, man. Let everybody know where they can find you, brother.
I'm on Facebook, D. Allen Good Hope. IG _D_Nice_9. I'm also in the 3-man weave group, so definitely looking forward to all the upcoming events you guys got, man.
Appreciate the support, man. And
definitely
appreciate it.
You're definitely welcome anytime, bro. So we definitely gonna be doing a mid-season check-in with checking on everybody's predictions and what they said, their sleeper players, and just following up to see, and give you your flowers if you got it right, and also give you that smoke if you was wrong. So
oh yeah. I'm there.
Hey, it's not too late for Rodgers to take that Jeopardy job. I'm just saying.
I bet you want him to.
All right, appreciate you, D. Allen.
All right, fellas.
Have a good one, bro.
Andy, let us know, man. We appreciate you.
Of course, dude. I appreciate you guys. I love tuning into your show, all the live streams. It is an absolute blast. You guys, it's legit hard-hitting, like sports information, good takes, but you know how to have a good time, make people laugh in the process, and the comments are always fucking hilarious. So I just want to thank you guys for having me on the show. So I'm the host of the Brew Party. I'm actually dropping an episode tomorrow with our friend Alec Walt from Down the Block Sports, the Alec Walt Show. We talked about Cam Newton versus Mac Jones, and a little update on the Red Sox and the slump they're going through. So you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at the Brew Party. We are on Facebook at the Brew Party Podcasts. Just wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, and then YouTube. YouTube.com/The Brew Party, or you can just go to www.thebrewparty.com. It's got all of our social media links, all of our episodes with links to listen. I'm from Illinois, so I'm a big Bears fan. During football season, I do a weekly gambling show with my buddy Ryan Maloney called Maloney's Moneyline. We give out 8 picks, normally NFL, college football picks, sometimes NBA, just kind of whatever sports are going on. And then we do like an interview. We've had athletes on, other bloggers, other podcasters, writers for specific teams, a bunch of different people. Just check us out. We try not to take myself too seriously. Enjoy a couple of beverages and just have a good time.
You know it.
Absolutely, boys. Bear down. Let's go. Justin Fields, NFL MVP 2022. Speaking it into existence right now, if I can even finish my sentence. But thanks again for having me, boys.
All right. Thank you, Andy. Talk to you soon, man.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
All right. So we are about to join this fantasy draft. Everybody's joining backstage. They're getting ready for the fantasy draft. So we are about to kick off. There is no crying in fantasy. We want to thank y'all for coming out, joining the 3-Man Weave podcast. But stay tuned if you are on the YouTube channel. There's no crying in fantasy is coming up right now. Make sure that you subscribe this video. Hit us up at podcast.3.man.weave. Football season's coming, so if you got any questions, got anything you want us to talk about, let us know. And we're going to have plenty of stuff to recap once we finish this divisional roundup. So once again, I'm AJ. That's Cannon.
Yes, sir.
We out, baby.